Okay, so I have a matched pair of monitors here, and one of them has stopped working after a power outage today. Don't know if there was a power spike or anything. Anyway, so I've taken this apart, and let's just take a look. So here's what's currently happening. So anyways, I'm going to skip the disassembly part of this thing, and I'm going to reconnect. Where is it? Right here. Yeah. There we go. So that display is in. Here is our power button. Let me just go connect. Let me see. Let's just connect some power. Do this one-handed, as you do. Okay, so there we are. So the display is plugged in. This connection right here. Ooh, it's hard to. Anyways, this connection right here is the backlight. Coming from the power supply in here, and yeah, you can see the behavior here. The monitor, I guess, isn't quite posting, so I'm not entirely certain what's wrong. Yeah, nothing's happening. If I could show you the front panel, yeah, there's nothing active on it. So let me see here. I'm going to go up again, and I'll disconnect the power again. And I'll give it a minute for a moment, anyways, for things to discharge. Let's disconnect this once again. Okay. So, now, one moment, I gotta get the power because I dropped it on the floor and I mush my camera. I'm a good cameraman. I'm doing this on my cell phone because I don't have a real camera. Anyways, okay, so here we are. So power's connected. It's 110 AC out here, and yeah, it comes on. The display, not sure if you can see this, is fully backlit at the moment, but of course, so the backlighting on the display is on, but the display itself is, of course, disconnected. So now I want to just share again, though, what happened when the monitor broke. Monitor was working fine. Power went out. Went to turn the monitor back on after the power outage, and yeah, it wouldn't turn on. It was experiencing the behavior. Again, this is an older display, and I'm really just attached to it because I have another monitor, one of these displays, that is identical to it. So I really like having a matched pair. So I'd like to fix it if I can at all fix it. Anyways, so let me disconnect the power once more. And now I should mention that I repaired this device last year where, let me see. Yeah, where a capacitor had, oops, that's good. Yeah, what was happening there? Okay. Yeah, okay. So here's our power supply. I repaired replaced a capacitor on this last year that had just, I guess, overheated and lost all of its electrolytics to the environment. And yeah. Anyways, so there's two circuit boards in here. Okay, this is the control. This is the brains, all the smart bits. This is the power supply. I should definitely just go touch it after I had it energized because that is smart. Okay. Okay. It's late at night here, and I'm dismantling this on the kitchen table because that is clearly, and I'm doing this one-handed too, that is how you do cool recording. Okay, so let's pull the, oh man, this is hard to do one-handed. Alrighty, but we'll get it over here. Alright, so again, here's our power input. This is the controller. This little circuit board, I believe, is the controller for the LED for the backlight system. Actually, it probably is LEDs. Let's see. this thing right here is the capacitor that I replaced last year. It is a 35 volt something microfarad, 470 micros. Can I focus, camera? I believe in you. Camera may never focus. Whatever. It's a 470 microfarad cap, and it was visibly broken last year. And earlier today, this monitor was on and working. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to get focused. Will it get in closer? Anyways, maybe I'll just sit back here. All right, yeah. Okay, at this zoom distance, my camera's fine. Yeah, so none of the other caps are visibly broken, but I have, or damaged. Yeah, this one looks fine. Right. Yeah, and the problem is I don't have any electronics diagnostics tools. I don't even have a voltmeter. So, yeah, if we do any repairs, it's going to be entirely by inspecting stuff that looks like it may be broken, and yeah, going from there. Here is our other circuit board. I may as well disconnect this so that we can look. So, yeah, I can order some more capacitors, I guess. That's fine. But visually they look fine, right? So, you know, I think that might just be a bit of a fool's errand, but maybe not. All right, so again, the behavior that we're seeing this not working is when it's fully connected, the panel never activates. Now, what that tells me is that something is wrong between... I don't think there's anything wrong with the panel. Panel was completely functional. Let me see. Yeah, before the power outage, like power went out and it turned off right there and then, right? So, and it was fine. I was working on the computer at that moment. Panel was just fine. So, of course, it's possible that it got whacked by something, but I don't think there was any. I don't know. Maybe there was a surge that broke something. Anyways, we've got a couple little ICs on our power supply. We got one. This guy right here. I don't know what that is. I don't really know anything about power supplies. I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm more of a computer guy. But yeah, we've got these three caps up there. The easiest thing for me to replace is capacitors, right? So I may just get them because, you know, they're cheap, a few cents a piece. And honestly, I'm going to pay more in shipping. But whatever I think is going wrong with the device is I don't think that our control circuitry right here is either there's something broken on this board over here. It's got a few caps of its own, of course. Let's see. Can I see any of these? Can I get focus? Yeah. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Anyways, visually, nothing here is out of place. I don't see any corrosion. Yeah, it's all... The board here, this control board, looks totally fine to me. Visually. And the only thing I can see is, like, you can see kind of like some heat damage on the PCB. Over here, and this is one of the caps that I had replaced, like I said, last year. Anyway, so as to where the problem is, I kind of feel like if it is a capacitor issue, it may be one of these is just not juicing up our control board, right? That seems plausible to me. And because this isn't being powered up, yeah, the device itself won't turn on. So it's either that. Alternatively, there could be a fault on our circuitry over here, and I have no tools and no mechanisms to diagnose that. And yeah, so I think the easiest thing for me to do is to perhaps just like shot in the dark try to replace these three caps. Even though I'm not sure if I zoom in, can this focus? Come on, camera, I believe in you. Not really. Anyways, yeah, those three caps there, they look completely fine visually to me. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't, but and one of them had failed. At least one of them had failed. But yeah, so I think these three caps are suspect to me just because one of the other capacitors down here had failed. I think it was a thermal issue. Honestly, this one gets a little toasty. And yeah, I don't have a thermal camera either. That might help. Just see what's what. Be nice if I had a thermal camera, but I live in the country, so there's no thermal cameras around. Yeah, and because this thing isn't turning on correctly, my guess is that there's something wrong with the power supply supplying this little circuit board down here. So what I guess I will do is I will get all these little caps. I guess there's these three here, and then there's a fourth one. No, this is no, okay. I don't think there's anything wrong on the high side of the main side. I think like there's two sides in power supplies, right? There's the filtered side where power actually leaves to your device, and then there's the bit that actually accepts stuff from the mains. And I'd be willing to bet the main stuff is probably okay, especially because the LED and the backlight is functional. So whatever circuitry is there. Yeah. Anyways, if anybody has any feedback, things I could do, I would be interested. Oh man. Clearly my cell phone camera is the best possible way to record this. I probably need to do some anti-camera shake, I'm guessing. Right. Anyways, thanks for watching.